So I've been running for 10 years and started running when I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. My initial why was because I was approaching my 40th birthday, so midlife was coming, and I'm like, I wanted to see if I was in decent shape, or I wanted to see if I could actually run, right? So I actually entered a 5K race for Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Day morning. And I went out and I attempted to run, and I literally could not run very far at all without being really winded, and it just did not turn out very well. So that was embarrassing on one hand, but on the other hand, it was motivating, because the next day I was in a gym and I was on a treadmill, and I literally said, all right, I have to get better. So I started running outside and loved it, and that's where kind of the love for being outside and running. So then I had to redeem myself, right? So I had to go and run a 5K again and see if I could do better, because the first one was just such a disaster. And so I said, all right, I'm going to do a 5K, run the entire thing, do better. Then I would say, all right, then I'm going to go back and train and do a 10K and just kind of work my way up, But to do an ultra marathon, see, I always thought those people were a little bit, disturbed. There was something wrong with people who do things like that. A few years ago, I transitioned from being a pastor for a very long time, about 23 years, to serving with an organization called World Vision. And I've always been such a huge fan of World Vision. Love World Vision. World Vision, again, is the largest Christian non-governmental organization in the world. For years, World Vision has been going to ultramarathons, a 56-mile race called Comrades in South Africa. I've been making trips to Africa for years, and I love traveling to Africa. I love being there. When you land in Africa, you start to get out into the towns and the cities. It's just different. As I've been on staff at World Vision, I've had the opportunity to travel to what we call area development programs. And I've seen the extreme poverty, I've seen the development work that we're doing there. It's heartbreaking. Visually, it impacts you. The reason we're moving our feet is for vulnerable children. And our goal is so we're running 56 miles, is to get 56 children sponsored. And we use the word vulnerability a lot in our work. I started thinking 56 kids. And in the World Vision development model, this is what's really, really powerful. So if you're watching this, please dial in here. When you sponsor one child at World Vision, it impacts the lives of 4 other children. So it's 5 lives changed and impacted. When someone sponsors a child, that's clean water, that's medical care, that's access, that's changing the circumstances for 5 kids, right? Essentially, the impact that can be made on behalf of vulnerable kids is just phenomenal. I'm going to think about the 2 little boys that my wife and I sponsor. One is Williams, and he's in Mexico. Just a bright little boy, 5 years old. Hopefully he's experiencing the fullness of life as a result of our relationship. And he certainly helps us to experience more life and learn. Then there's another little boy named Lumino, and he's in Zambia, Africa. And I'll be thinking about him. And he actually chose me. So I'll be thinking about Williams, I'll be thinking about Lumino, and just thinking about hopefully continuing to help more children experience fullness of life. We talk about restoring broken circumstances. That's what happens when we get involved in helping children. When we run, when we engage, when we do all these things, when you sponsor a child, it's restoring broken circumstances. So we're changing the circumstances that create the vulnerability for that child. And then we affirm inherent dignity. Just because you have less does not mean that you are less, right? And so that's powerful right there. I love that. So if we can help bring that type of dignity to a child and their family and change, you know, affirm inherent dignity and change restore broken circumstances, then I can do 56 miles if I have to crawl, right? I can do 56. It's not 56 miles, you know, is nothing. My name is Pastor Bernie Anderson, and I am running the Comrades Ultramarathon in South Africa in about 8 months. And I'm running to get 56 children sponsored through World Vision. I would love it if you would sponsor a child.